it'd be one thing to still be doubting this whole pandemic thing if our economy wasn't tanking and wasn't, heading in a nosedive towards destroying and crippling the middle class. What do people think is going to happen when the tax increase hits 23% more April 1st? The cost of shipping, everything that it requires fuel is going to go up. So who is going to afford this? The only people that will be able to afford this will be the very, very wealthy and the corporations that we all shop at. They're the only people that could support these tax hikes. They were the only people that could support the closures during the pandemic. They know this up here in Canada. They know that by increasing these tiny little numbers, people that will see the pain are the middle class. We are vanishing. The middle class is vanishing. And there is a trap that has been set on the Canadian public for a very long time, and I'm shocked that nobody is aware of this trap. Did you know that down in the States, people can have their mortgages for their entire duration of their mortgage at a set rate that they purchased the house at? Up here in Canada, we have to remortgage our homes every 5 years. Why do we have to do that, and why do we put up with it? Why do we put up with having to remortgage our homes every 5 years? It sounds like a trap to me, because how would you tank the housing market in Canada? It seems like a pretty easy plan if you plan to have your citizens owning nothing and being happy. You allow the Chinese, whose economy was tanking back in 2013, 14, 15, to move their wealthy citizens, move their money into Canadian real estate, which they started buying up homes, hundreds of thousands of dollars over asking, which made a lot of Canadians feel like they were winning the lottery. And so what did people do? They sold their homes, they took the profit, they bought a bigger home outside of the city or on a smaller, more rural part of the country. And that's a new loan. They haven't been paying any principal down on that loan. They are backwards on that loan as of now. The Canadian government knows this, hence why the 5-year remortgaging. They've jacked the interest rates up solely to trap these Canadian homeowners and force us to sell. Why? Because it fits the 2030 business model. You will own nothing and be happy. They're creating middle-class rental units in Vancouver. It's all adding up. And if you can't see it, you are daft. And your head is so deep in the sand and selfish. I mean, it's so selfish to not actually be aware of this stuff or hide from it. Because if you think that you're going to be okay, for how long? How long will you be okay before it all catches up to you? The middle class is dying, which means the upper middle class, which all these people who think because they're one percenters because they earn over $400,000 a year. What do you think that $400,000 a year is going to look like in 5, 6, 7 years? It's not going to look like very much. You are going to become the middle class and no longer will be considered upper middle. And you will have to deal with all the struggles that middle class people have had to deal with. You need to wake up. People need to start realizing that we have to push back. And Canada needs a revolution. This tax needs to be stopped. Canadians need to do something. We can't allow this tax to hit April 1st, April Fool's Day. Like, what a fucking prank. What a prank to play on us. We can't afford this shit.